Hello and good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you. The good people of the tube, purple potato, feeling grand lords were in your world. I swear this video is cursed. This is like the fourth time trying to do this video. Everything that's been going wrong this morning has been going wrong. Okay, so here we are again talking about Article 13 and copyright claims. In the last 24 hours, 3 of my videos have been copyright claimed 5 times. I've got 5 copyright claims on 3 videos. My Fender Champion 50XL video is now claimed by Warner Brothers. My Boss Katana 100 video is now claimed by Warner Brothers. And my How to Play Like John Frusciante lesson on Psycho Sexy is now claimed by Warner Brothers. What does copyright claimed mean? Basically means that they own my video. They say that's not what it means, but that's exactly what it means. I'm pretty sure that they own 99.9% of my videos now. They class it as shared revenue. Oh, you're still making money from it. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure what I make now is absolutely pittance compared to, you know, the pennies that you make. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, there's not... Haven't you got better things to be doing, Warner Brothers? You know, seriously? Been coming after me in the last 24 hours? I've got my phone on noise just in case... During this video, I get another email saying another video of my big copyright claim. And my videos have been claimed not by the algorithm, they've been claimed by people. Because Warner Bros. Actually have people they Warner Bros. Have people who are going out and actually claiming videos. Manually detected, that's the one. So my video has been manually detected, so... Woo. And I feel very beat down by this. The songs are, just so you know, in the Fender video, it was Grace by Jeff Buckley and Under the Bridge by the Chili Peppers. In the Katana video, it was She Looks to Me by the Chili Peppers and Green Manalishi by Fleetwood Mac. And obviously in my Psycho Sexy video, it's Psycho Sexy by the Chili Peppers. And I'm sure that if I could contact Flea or Anthony Kiedis or Chad Smith or John Frusciante and I said, do you mind the fact that I'm playing these songs? I'm sure they would say no. I'm sure if I contacted Peter Green and said, do you mind me playing Green Man Unleashed? I'm sure he'd say no. And if, you know, poor old Jeff Buckley was still around and I contacted him saying, like, you know, do you mind I'm playing Grace? I'm sure he'd say no. One of Jeff Buckley's actual last interviews... Somebody asked him, how do you want to be remembered? And Jeff Buckley said, I don't need to be remembered. Just as long as my music is. And the way things are going, he won't get that. Because this copyright thing will get so out of hand that people will just be like, no, I'm not doing anything anymore. And people like Jeff and the Chili Peppers and stuff like that and all the people who copyright claim, like Led Zeppelin and all these other people, the Eagles, blockers, all these blockers on YouTube will get forgotten because they're not current. If you're not current, people like me and other channels like me covering their songs is what keeps their music alive. But they're too money drunk to see that. They are way too, like, I need the money from that, to realise that the only way they can sustain their life is by people like us covering their music and showing our love and dedication for them in videos and expressing how we feel about it, or, you know, through cover versions, you know, just playing music. I could understand it. I could understand Article 13 if people were going out their way to re-record Stadium Arcadium by the Chili Peppers in its entirety themselves and release it as their own material. Yeah, I get that. That's a no-no. People aren't doing that. People are just paying homage to their heroes. You know what I mean? People are covering songs they like to hear because they want to express not only their love for that song, but their interpretation, their expression through that song, what it means to them. And big corporations are basically just going to say, no, you can't do that. And other people are saying, no, you can't do that. there are a couple of artists who are massively overprotective over their work. And the way I see it is that that can't be a thing. It's because once you've written a song and you record it and then you release that to the world, that song is no longer yours. Yes, you wrote it, but it doesn't belong to you. I think Noel Gallagher said something along the lines of, what was it? It was something along the lines of like, you know, live forever and don't look back in anger don't mean anything to him, but they mean everything to other people. And because of that, it's nothing that he did in his life that made him where he is today, put him where he is today. It's what we did, the people, by buying his music and seeing what we wanted to see in that music and finding solace and comfort in that music. He said it's nothing that he did, and that's so true. You know, it's nothing that anybody. You know, the meaning of music comes from you, and it's so subjective. What a song means to somebody here means totally different to somebody here. You know what I mean? They're two different kind of like entities, so to say. So article for. Okay, there's probably gonna be a few edits in this video as I'm trying to find the words. I'm a bit in despair mode. I hope you can tell. That's not the right word. I bet you can tell. Because I've just about had enough. Article 13 is basically... Let's talk about Article 13, because this is the crux of the matter here. So Article 13 basically has given big companies like Warner Brothers and other companies power to enforce... I don't know anymore. I literally don't even know where to even start talking about this. Article 13, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's stupidity. It's greed. It's just money-grabbing morons looking for anything they can get their hands on. That's all that needs to be said. I'm not going into the details of Article 13. It's ridiculous. Article 13 is basically the nutters in control of the nut house, and I'm so sick of it. You see it everywhere now. It's really starting to gain momentum on YouTube. I follow a gaming channel called Angry Joe. I've followed him for absolutely years. Even before I was a YouTuber, I watched this guy called Angry Joe's videos. He got copyright claimed the other day for 4 seconds of a song. 4 seconds. Paul Davids, when he got copyright claimed for 1 chord. I got copyright claimed for 4 chords. A guy got copyright claimed for humming the Smoke on the Water riff. What in the name of the holy monkey god of Zengel is going on? You know, where's the line here? What is actually happening? I'm just... What can we do and what can't we do? I would like to know that, because there is no set parameter whatsoever of like, you know, if you stay outside of this box, you'll be fine. But venture into it, you'll be punished. Okay, we'll just stay outside the box. But instead it's just like, just you make a video, you put all the effort into making that video, and then once you've made that video, we'll tell you if we want to claim it or not. Doesn't work. That doesn't work. That does not work. There are certain artists who backed Article 13, saying it was a good thing. It's giving creativity control back to creators. No, it's not. And if you believe that, then you're an idiot. What you're doing is you're single-handedly taking away creativity, because nobody is immediately original. Nobody immediately original. Everybody has to. It's that like, I always say this line, and I really feel it's really, 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 really important, and I reckon it's massively true. To me, it's really true. Is you sound like yourself when you fail to sound like your heroes, and that's the same for any walk of life, whether it be from music, art, writing, doing reviews. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know, you develop a style when you're trying to emulate somebody else who you look up to. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how you develop yourself. So when all these bigger artists like Paul McCartney and Lady Gaga, come out saying, "Oh, it's giving creativity control back to creators." It's like, no, it's not. It's absolutely killing creativity because people are too afraid now to do anything. People are too afraid to play this chord progression because they're fear of getting demonetized or copyright claimed. People are too afraid to do this because they're afraid of the consequences. You're creating fear, and fear makes people not want to do anything. And it just crushes creativity. It just kills it on the spot. There is no handing back creativity back to creative control. It's not. That's not how you stimulate creativity. You stimulate creativity by letting people express themselves in one way or another and not getting in the way of that. It's called free speech. Don't get in the way of that, but big corporations are allowed to now. Through Article 13, it's now law that they're allowed to penalise you for doing that. If I did a cover of Under a Bridge where I sang it and I really or I did a cover of Scar Tissue where I really emoted what I wanted to get out, because like a few of you will know what Scar Tissue means to me by the Chili Peppers. If I did a cover of that, they have a right to step in and say you can't do that. That's our property. You're not allowed to cover that song because without our permission, because we own that. Don't own it. That song is owned by me and 1 million other people. Same with Under the Bridge. Same with Grace. Same with Green Manalishi. You own nothing. We own that music because it has an impact on us. It's not a product. It's not a wage slip. It's not money. It's a part of our life. We don't buy music from our favourite artists to make money off it. We buy it because we love it and it makes us feel something good. And all big corporations want to do is monetize everything. Like, oh well, we're gonna take this. You can't do that because we're not getting our couple of pence from it. You don't need it. You're a $1 billion pound company, whoever you are in the world. You don't need that money that you're gonna get from my or our YouTube videos or our interpretation of something that you apparently own. You don't own music. You don't own art. You don't own stuff like that. Big corporations do not own that. We own that. You can't go around claiming that you own Under a Bridge when you didn't write it. Big corporations, that song was written by Anthony Kiedis, Flea, John Frusciante and Chad Smith. They're signed to your label. They are individual human beings. You don't own them. You don't own what they did. Just because it's got your name underneath it, copyright protected by Warner Brothers. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure if I went to Flea or Chad Smith or John or Anthony, I'm sure they wouldn't mind. I'm sure they'd be like, yeah, awesome, because it keeps them current. Big bands like Led Zeppelin and Paul McCartney and the Eagles and all these blockers on YouTube, Ozzy Osbourne and all that, all these greedy, money-grabbing little viruses on YouTube. I have to be careful there. Just going after that little 10 pence worth. You don't own it. Don't own it. We own that. Because it's part of us. It's part of our life. It's part of your life. But it's not a commodity. Music isn't about that. Creating music isn't about big corporations. I hate it. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. You could say, oh well, you got to make a living off it. Yeah, I agree totally. Up and coming artists definitely need to make a living off it. But when you're an established artist like Led Zeppelin or anybody, and you're a millionaire from the get go, what do you need the extra money for? If you're a multi-millionaire, what do you need it for? Haven't you got enough? Isn't there enough people out there in the world struggling where you could just let a little bit off? I'll do my bit for charity. No, you don't. That's not helping anything. I don't know. That was a bit of an unhanded comment. I do apologise for that one. But I don't know. I'm in a very, 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 very bad headspace. Everybody, I'm in a very, 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 very bad headspace, and this is not helping. This is not helping. I just feel really broken by it. I just feel really down about it. It's like, it's like you can't do anything without being punished for it. You can't upload anything without being punished for it. You can't say anything without being punished for it. Or fear of a backlash or whatever. It's like... So, Article 13 is a big ball of rubbish. And this needs to stop. This needs to stop. You can't own stuff like that and have, like I've spoken, you can't. It's not fair because I watched a That Pedal Show video recently with Mick, and he was changing saddles on his blue Strat. And he spoke about the fact that he normally has music playing in the background, but he didn't dare because of the copyright stuff. What, man? It's got to that point where people are afraid to have anything on in the background, just in case. Because I remember when I did the Dukes Deluder kind of vlog thing where we did the gig in Liverpool and Sheffield. I was really careful to like really be as careful as I can to kind of like not have music on when I was filming. And oddly enough, there was Rage Against the Machine playing in a little brief second of that video. Claimed. That video's claimed. What do we do? You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. It feels like, there's nothing we can do. It's like pointless. What's the point? Because big companies like Warner Brothers know we can't fight them. We don't have the power. We don't have the money. We don't have the oomph on our own to do it. We just don't. We can't go up against a $1 billion company and say, right, well, I think I'm allowed to use this song under fair use. They'll just go, here's my lawyers. You're in trouble. You know what I mean? That's what will happen. We can't fight that system. We're not, individually, we're not strong enough. So what's the answer? I don't know what the answer is. The thing is, some channels haven't been affected by it yet. And that's cool. But they will. Mark my words, they will be. If a channel like mine and other channels are starting to get affected by this, it will spread. It'll be like a plague. It'll be like a virus worming its way through channels. It will just spread and spread and spread. And eventually it will be YouTube's over. Game over. That's it. That's what will happen. That's exactly what will happen. It'll be won't be worth it. It's a sorry state of affairs. It really is, and I'm so incredibly angry at big companies in the gaming community, in the music industry, in all sorts of walks of life. These big companies taking control over stuff that they should just let be because it's not damaging them. If anything, it's helping them. It's free promotion at the end of the day. If I play a Chili Peppers song and somebody doesn't know what that song is and I tell them, they might go out and buy that song, which means more money for you, Warner Brothers. But they don't see that. They can't see that because they've got the money goggles on. It's like, dollars or pounds or whatever. Take the money goggles off and look at reality, because you don't live in reality. When you've got that much money, you don't have to live in reality. I suppose that's the blissfulness of that. If you want to call it bliss. I don't think it's bliss. I think you're just a bad word. But seriously, on a very serious note, I am so sick of this. It's so tedious. Where's the line drawn? You can't have that logo in the video. You don't own the rights to Marshall. You can't have the Shaw logo in there. You don't own the rights to that. We're going to clear a copyright claim on that, I'm going to copyright claim your face because I don't like it. I don't know. Where does it end? Where does it end? And the thing is, it's like a lot of people don't know about Article 13, and that's how it's been able to be enforced and will be enforced over the next 2 years. We will start to see it will get really bad. It will get really bad from now on. Just mark my words, it will start to get really serious. Unless something's done, things are going to get really difficult for creators on YouTube and in general. Because it's like I say, it's big corporations with their money goggles on going, we own that, we own this, we own that, you don't own it, we go away, basically. You know, we own that, so screw you. Basically. It will get worse because it has to be enforced over 2 years. And they've made amendments to it, but the amendments mean nothing. You know, the amendments basically mean that, like, you know, instead of your video getting copyright flagged, you get the shared revenue thing. You get it claimed and you get shared revenue, which basically means you might as well not bother in the first place. Well, that's not 100% true, because I would say keep making videos. Keep making videos for as long as you can. And everybody needs to make videos. Just about anything. Saturate it. I reckon it'd be quite funny. I'm not going to stop making videos until literally they just delete my channel, which could happen, because this is another thing I want to talk about quickly. There used to be a 3 strike rule on YouTube. Warning 1, warning 2, deletion. After warning 3 was deletion of your channel. It's a 1 strike rule now. You do something they don't really like, they can delete you on the spot. No ifs, no buts, no can I appeal this? You're gone. I could wake up one morning and find that in the old hat days I played Voodoo Child. The Hendrix estate didn't like that. They got grounds then to come after me and delete my channel because it's a copyright infringement. So I could wake up one morning and I'm just gone. Woo. And this is the thing. Through stuff like that is instilling fear. Fear kills creativity because you're too afraid to do anything because of the consequences. To make you afraid puts you under control, and that's exactly what they want. They don't want you to be creative because I don't know. I don't understand why this is happening. It's a joke. It's just a joke. It's just, how greedy do people have to be? Seriously, how greedy do you have to be to... They're just scum, in my opinion. Big corporations are scum like that. The gaming community is hit hard with it. You know, big companies saying you can't do reviews. Film companies... film reviews have been hit hard by it. You can't do film reviews. Music industry is a mess because of it. What's the end game here? You know, and YouTube are liable. This is the problem. YouTube and Google do not have the money to be paying out every day billions or millions of dollars or pounds to cover us. They can't afford to do it. Hence why the algorithm is so brutal. Hence why you have manual detection, you know, from big companies. Because you've given them the reins, you know what I mean? You've given the Article 13, it's law now. Article 13 is law. It's not just a passing fancy. This is law. You have to abide by it. YouTube have to abide by it. Whether they like it or they don't. They don't have a say. It's law. And even though it's a European Union Act, it does affect the entire world. Because Warner Brothers, they're, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they're everywhere, aren't they? But it's a law. It's a law now. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking, everybody, because I'm sure it's very boring, this. Me rambling on. But I am going to say one more thing. And this is it. I think it's time that the music community of YouTube, the gaming community of YouTube, the film review part of YouTube, the art part of YouTube, the news part of YouTube, the whatever part of, anything on YouTube, everyone needs to start banding together. Because the only way this is going to get beaten and we can actually express, upload and create what we want is if we do that. We are useless on our own. We're nothing on our own. We can't win on our own. But there is enough of us that if we do something together, all of us together, we can actually maybe make a change. I'm not going to say we can make a change, but maybe we can. Who knows? We might be able to actually do something about this. And I don't like this whole thing of, well, it's a competition, I'm in competition with you, so I need to be, so I can't help you. No, that needs to stop. All this competition nonsense needs to go out the window. We're all in the same situation here. We're all on the same boat, and it's sinking. And we're all going to drown if we don't do something about this. So, everybody, I urge you, people of the tube, all of us need to start doing videos on Article 13. Make it very obvious what's happening right now. Make it clear to everybody throughout the entire world what's happening now and that something needs to be done. We all need to band together and we all need to start some kind of movement to get this sorted, because this is stupid. Because sooner or later, we will not be here to do this, and then they've got what they wanted. Lack of creativity, killing creativity. It needs to, no animosity between other channels. No, I've got more subscribers than you, my channel's better than yours, I don't want to help yours. Give over. It doesn't matter anymore. Like I say, we're all on the same sinking ship. We're all going down with it unless we do something about it. And it takes all of us. It can't just be like one person doing it. It needs to be all of us. I can't do it on my own. Another channel can't do it on their own. But all together we can do something about it. We can't be just held at gunpoint every time we do a video. Because it might get claimed or deleted, or our channel might get deleted, or whatever. We can't have that fear hanging over us all the time. It kills creativity. It just kills it dead. No creativity, because this is what you get if you're a creative person. You get punished. No, not having that. I am not having that. You are not punishing people for being creative. Big companies cannot do that. It's not fair, and I'm not having it. So, people of YouTube, I urge you, I really do urge you so much, please, get out there and spread the word about how much of a mess Article 13 is and what this means to your freedom of speech. Because it's trying to take it away. They're trying to take everything away. This is just the start. It starts small. It's going to get bigger. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You're not going to go and blow up the White House like an Independence Day movie. You're going to creep in the back door and just gradually worm your way in. Is it Body Snatchers? I don't even remember. I don't know. But yeah, this is what needs to happen. Everyone needs to start banding together. Everyone needs to support everybody. None of this competition nonsense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It never did in the first place. Being creative is not a competition. Everyone's creative in their own individual way. And the way I'm creative is not in competition with the way somebody out there is being creative. I am me. You are you. We are two individual people on our own. We create individual things. And that's fine. You don't have to, But together we might be able to do something about this. We might be able to do something about it. I don't know. I can't predict the future, and I don't know if this video will even go anywhere. But we don't know. And I've got to say something because I really care about where we are, and I know it really means a lot to me to be able to do this. And you are giving me the ability to do this, and I'm gonna fight for it. Basically, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna fight for it. And if but I can't do it on my own. None of us can. We can't do it on our own. And a lot of you have said already out there that you're with me 100%. And I literally, I can't thank you enough. It really does mean the world to me. The fact that you people would say that. In fact, you are supporting me is like Awesome, mate, absolutely awesome, and I really do appreciate it so much. So thank you so much for your support. It really means the world to me. And like I say, I don't know. We might be able to do something about this because it is a mess, and it does take creativity away, and it takes our. It's just taking. It's just taking. Never giving back, just taking. I want to be able to, if I want to cover scar tissue, I want to be able to cover scar tissue without the fear of Warner Bros. Saying, no, we own that. We own that. You don't own that. I own that. We own that. You don't own that. It's not part of your life. It's part of your wage packet. And you don't need it because you're a billion-dollar company. Stop being greedy and let us have something that's ours. Instead of just going, we can make money off that. You ever thought about not? So anyway, yeah, like I say, I do feel that like the time has come where YouTube channels really need to start banding together. Everyone needs to start banding together and really supporting each other and really helping each other along. Because, like I say, we're all on the same sinking ship here. None of us are safe from this. No one's safe from this. Not even people watching who don't have a channel on YouTube. Because your favourite creators could be gone tomorrow. Through one thing or another. I could be gone tomorrow. You know. But if we can do all something together, we might be able to actually kind of like change it for better. You know what I mean? Because YouTube can't. It's law. They can't do anything about it. It's a law now. Article 13 is law, even though there is another article that kind of goes against that. Clever. Let's create a law that goes against Article 13, the one we passed. But anyway, you should be able to cover Stairway to Heaven if you want. You should be able to cover an Eagles song or a Beatles song or an Ozzy Osbourne song without fear of a backlash. It's our right to be able to play things we are passionate about and do things we are passionate about. And if somebody wanted to do a video talking for half an hour about what Diary of a Madman means to them, they should be allowed to do that without fear of punishment or backlash from a bigger company saying, we own that, you can't do that. Anyway. I don't know all the ins and outs, everybody. I really don't. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I don't understand most of it. I'm not clued up on the whole Article 13 100%. I know what it means and I know what it's going to do. And mark my words, it's going to get worse before it gets any better. But together, I'm sure we can all do something if we all band together. It's really important that everybody helps everybody and supports everybody from now on. You know, it really is. Get other channels onto your channel. Get other people onto your channel. You know, awareness of Article 13. Get that out there. Share everything you can on Article 13 to everyone you can. And explain what this is doing to creativity and what it's going to do to your freedom of speech. Because if they don't like what you're saying, they will block you. I might even get copyright claimed on this video, even though there's no music. I don't know. We don't know. It's George Orwell. That's what this is. We're starting to live in this weird future, and I don't like it, and it scares me to death. It really does scare me. It really does. I don't like where this is going, people of YouTube. I really do not like where this is going. It scares me to death. It really does. But like I say, thank you so much for supporting me on this channel, everybody. It really, I cannot express in enough the words that exist how much it means to me. I really cannot express it enough. I really cannot. It's so awesome. You are absolutely awesome. And like I say, you know, just thank you. Just thank you. And anyway, I'm gonna end it there, everybody. So thank you very much for watching. I hope there's something to take away from this. I'm in a lot of pain because I dropped a massive weight on my foot yesterday and it hurts. Well, the other day, sorry. And it's time for all of us to just make a bit of a stand, I think, and start just kind of like going, right, no. I'm not going to take that line down. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. It's time to everyone to start supporting everybody else. It really is. It's really important for everyone to start supporting everybody else. And none of this I'm better than you competition nonsense. That needs to go. Like I say, we're all on the same boat, and it's sinking at a rapid pace. And some of us can see it, some of us can't, and that's fine. So people who can't see it, make them aware of it. Just get the word out there. You know what I mean? You don't have to share this video. Just one way or another, just get the word out about Article 13 and what it's doing to YouTube. It will eventually spread to Facebook and Instagram and everywhere. This is a virus. This is a greed virus, and it's spreading fast. And if something isn't done now, it will engulf it, and eventually there'll be nothing. There'll be nothing. Everything will just be super controlled, and you will have no say. So, people of YouTube, thank you so much for watching. You all mean the absolute world to me. You really do. I really, literally don't know what I'd do without you all. I really do not know what I would do without you all. You give me a life in the only thing I've ever been good at, which is music, and I appreciate it no end. So thank you so much, very much indeed. And you're all awesome. You're all awesome. You're all my hero. You really are. So thank you so much indeed, and I'll see you again on Monday for another video. Have a great weekend, everybody. Just get out there and spread the word. It's really important that everybody needs to know about this, because it's not going to affect just YouTube creators, it's going to affect everyone. This is a mess. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again. Goodbye now. Thank you.